Made a mistake. Should have taken a shower last night. I usually take my showers at night. I was tired. I was like, okay, I'll just take it in the morning. Did not take it in the morning. Put it around the house, didn't do anything. By the time this video is up, hopefully the video for last night is finally finished processing on YouTube and up. Sometimes, like I said, it takes forever for it to process, and I'm like, what's going on? So anyway, I took a shower. It's still hot. I don't know the temperature, but we're in Phoenix. It's still 90s. And so I ran the AC while I was showering. And after, when I was in the towel, moisturized the body. It's a mixture of sunscreen, because I'm going to this event at 4. So I'm going out in the sun, sunscreen over the head, neck, back, face. I need to do my feet. I did the arms. My feet weren't lotioned yet. And then the Fenty, one of the whipped bodies. From one of the bundles, trios they had. It's not warm cinnamon. It's the pink one. I don't know if y'all can see in the background. It's on the other side of my hair. And yeah. So we are doing double priming today. We're gonna start with this. This is Danessa. It's a Danessa focused face. So we're gonna, for the nose, we're gonna definitely do right here, the T-zone. And I have, y'all probably can't see and I can't feel it right now. There's a little breakout maybe right there. Now I don't know if it's the Fenty primer, the new one. I'm not saying that, so I don't recall it happening beforehand when I wore it. Or I tried the Clarins Double Serum. I got a sample because that's currently on sale at Ulta right now. It was like half off. It's usually $96. It's currently $46, but I'm like, if that's what caused my breakout, I am not. And I saw some of the reviews. Everybody raves about it, but I've seen at least 2 reviews, like a YouTube review and one in the comments or whatever on Sephora about how it made somebody break out. And I'm like, I don't know if that's what's making me break out, because I don't know. It's like when I prime my T-zone, I usually go to about here, so it's along here. Like I said, I don't know if that's what it was, or the wig I had on, maybe it touching my face during the sun, and the combination of the sun and the things I was spraying on my face and hair, if that caused it. So I don't know. So there we go for that. And my eyebrows are, I never know where I put the thing. We're still using from Amazon. I put it on before I went in the shower, after I steamed my pants. The linen, I thought they were khaki, but they're actually linen. So I had steamed them. I don't like to iron. I have an iron. I even have starch. I've had that starch for several years. Maybe it's still good. I don't know how starch works. Expiration kind of thing. I've had it a long time. So I did my eyebrows, then took a shower because I did leave the house. I need to brush my teeth actually. Or at least swish. I left the house to, you see that? We're hitting pan. It's supposed to be expiring this year. I'm hitting pan. Unfortunately, this is also because I tint my wigs, the lace of my wigs with it. That's probably why I'm hitting pan. But we're getting there. So yeah, so I'm not gonna be out to buy that Clarins Double Serum, and I'm like, so I wanted to try a new kind of skincare thing. I'm gonna put this to the side and clean that later. Because I like, my skin is normally kind of great, but it's still kind of, you know, hyperpigmentation is still there. And I'm like, even despite using vitamin C, so I'm like, and retinol and all the things I use, and I'm like, why am I still not? Maybe I need to use everything more consistently, whatever. So I just was looking for a different kind of skincare. Especially once the Thanksgiving Black Friday sales come along, I kind of wanna. So when you know, whatever skincare is. Again, this is just for primer and extra coverage. from what we're gonna use. So I didn't even probably need it this much, but so I put the wig last night, so I'm like, I'm going over my ears today. I didn't do that yesterday because I had the melting band on. I'm going all the way up to the forehead. And the eyes were done with Danessa's Blooming Romance palette. I'm still using it. I'm gonna just use the powders. I'm not saying anything is wrong with the clay or the creamy ones or whatever, but I like to use eye primer, and I did not think about that before. I just automatically do that because the creamy part or whatever, and then setting it with the powder, it's kind of crumbly and it's a little uneven. I don't know if it's patchy, whatever. It doesn't work well with primer, so that's why I was like, okay, as long as nobody gets too close, they can't see what have you. So yeah. What am I going to? On the morning show, Melissa Farley, the middle name is in there somewhere, and Marshall Onshore, they have this like kind of morning show host. I know Melissa's an actress, local actress. She's getting back into acting. I don't say she's an influencer, but entrepreneur. She does a lot of things, coaching. She used to do marketing. I don't know if she's still doing that. She's done a lot of different things. I know her mostly as an actress. And then she used to work at one of the news stations here. I forgot which one. Don't ask me which one. She knows. And so this is one of her most recent ventures. Basically like local people. If you have a company or, or you're a content creator, whatever, you can go on her show. Filmmaker, whatever. And so they're having an open house for the new studio. And so that's going down there to support. Yeah, I could probably like maybe be on an episode. I don't really know how to advertise what I do to like be on a show. So I don't have a website. It's mostly like my face is the face of the brand, showing how you can get better kind of at doing your makeup kind of thing. And if you need specific type of things, I can refer you to other people, what have you. So we're using that as the primer. Again, we double primed, so I don't necessarily have to use powder. I almost want to not do my usual thing. Are my eyebrows done? Yeah. So we're gonna stick with this. And I keep saying that, and I'm looking at this powder right here. So okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put a little powder T-zone here because powder does not stay there on my nose. Like the look I did last night, face matte, flawless, shiny ass nose. My nose does not care. And one of the things like when I started makeup journey, products used to stay on my nose, but because I did not record anything, I did not say what products I used. I have no idea what was causing it to stay. So yeah. Doing a Pirates of the Caribbean marathon. I don't like the On Stranger Tides one. That's not on yet. Right now one at Wells End. I've seen some of at Stranger Tides. We're using Danessa Tint, Serum Tint, Skin Tint. And I really don't like that one at all. I think that was the one they were still trying to keep the legacy going. And I realized, yeah, no. Without all the original characters. They just had Johnny Depp. I don't know if they had anybody else. But that's why I don't think it did very well. So they realized we need to bring back Orlando, Kira, because they did. So yeah. I don't need all that. And usually you don't not supposed to put it on your face like that, when you see people do that. But with this, it's easier. It's just what I do. One of the few things I'm like, I do it that way. So And this, because it's Danessa, it's glowy, of course, so that's why I use the Danessa primer with it, because it kind of helps. Because you could say, hold it down, tame it. So, and also the Danessa, even if you just use universal, you know, it helps mattify, longevity, skin tint kind of. It's very glowy, of course, or radiant. It's the only product I bought kind of on purpose. Also skin tint. It's doing skin tint things. But it's a healthy glow, and it kind of has its own color corrector, so. Because you can still see, you know, imperfections. You can see that like that. But also we know how my skin makeup settles, so. Okay. And so while that's settling, I'm also, I'm gonna use that side. Yeah, I'm gonna use that side. I'm gonna just kind of push it in and absorb. Probably should have used a different side. So I'm like, is that gonna cause me to break out? I did with this, but I had used it yesterday, but I only used it to push in product. I didn't use it for makeup, so like whatever leftover product on there, which shouldn't be much, is what I was thinking about. My eyes are annoying me. The sense of right there. So I'm like, that's what I'm sitting there looking at. So yeah, so that much kind of came off, and I don't know what part of that was from yesterday. What do we? Oh, okay. So we're using the LYS bronzer, contour bronzing stick, and then I'm gonna go on my hand. I'm gonna take my usual suspect and just kind of. I'm not gonna put it on my hand. So I'm gonna put that right there for a second. So it's subtle because we are still summer, which is why I'm wearing those pants. It's still. We're not supposed to wear white at Labor Day, but that's cream or beige. So, and also you can break whatever rules you want. Because I think there's a white party tonight, actually. There's apparently a lot going on downtown. Because I was just going through Instagram, and I guess they're doing an anniversary or something with the Goonies at the Orpheum Theater. And Sean Ashton is going to be in town. I'm like, I've seen that movie 50 million times. Yes, it'd be great to meet Sean Ashton, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm not paying. I don't want to pay like $60 to see, like I said, Goonies. I've seen a million times, and that I know that's mostly for Sean Ashton, but parking there, like parking is going to be, a lot of things are going on down here, so you might want to work on parking. Like where am I going is Arizona Center today, and it has its own garage, so hopefully I can find parking in that garage and it's not like extra, because people know as you get older, if there's not good parking, we will go home. I'm like, do I need to find somebody? Be like, you want to go to dinner? Early dinner? Get a drink? Something? And I know I haven't done my concealer. I realized that just right now. But yeah, I'm going to keep doing that method because it's there, but it's a little more subtle. When I use the LYS, I don't really use that. When I use the Fenty contour stick, I don't really obviously use that method. It's slowly gone out since, when did I cut it? I'm trying to think what day I got back. I think I cut it afterwards. Because I forgot where I went. I cut it, I think maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. So this is almost a grow, because pretty much it grows, and then when it has kind of a swirly pattern, that's the perfect length that I want it to be. So it's not, a few more days it will be, I have to go in the office this week, so by then I think it'll be the perfect length. Okay, just trying to get whatever's left on my hand, which you can't barely see, so that's last of the summer glow. Somebody was inviting me to something that's in October. I'm like, thinking that's like 3 weeks away, lady. You know who I'm talking about, hopefully. She knows who she is. And I'm like thinking, I'm not going to remember, but apparently going to buy tickets. But I know where it is, and once I saw where it was, I'm like, okay. Because I've been to that place before. I know the parking situation. I'm like, I'm more willing to go because it's in downtown Phoenix. Otherwise, I'm like, no. But I know the parking situation, so I know if I can't find parking on this one street, I know there's another street I can park. I know where I can park. And I'm comfortable walking at night over there. Not comfortable, it's still downtown Phoenix. There are a lot of transients down there. But I'm like, where's my concealer? But I feel comfortable enough walking if I had to by myself at night. That's a weird heart right there. So this is my Danessa that is basically expired, but I was trying to think of concealer, and I don't want to buy another Danessa right now. I know she's gonna do her 30% off. I already know that. I already know that for Black Friday-ish, whatever. The shipping, I hate shipping. I'm not, doing concealer that, but like, oh, it's normally $30, and then 30% off would be 10, well, technically 9. Math. I've never been hired for my math skills. So that's 21, but then if shipping is like $7.99 or $8.99, you pretty much, and then whatever tax, it's pretty much the same price. So, yeah. Hopefully maybe Black Friday sale at Sephora, I'll buy another one. But just because I haven't been doing this, the Danessa centric look today, is why I just wanted to use this concealer. I've had it off to the side. It's not, horrible, and it doesn't smell, so. Okay. I'm going to say some concealers, they say don't crease or have you, or don't get in fine lines, and y'all kind of see it's in there, kind of. Like I said, I don't care about my fine lines, but and that's another thing about it. But again, I do like the Danessa products. Okay. The other thing is like me repping in the face of my brand or the company of what I do. Is like my makeup's never gonna be perfect. It's never perfect, and I'm fine with that. But other people may not feel the same way. They may think you should always look perfect, repping your brand. Mind you, I've seen other people who I'm like, their makeup isn't perfect. Yeah. And then, yeah. But if they're happy with it, just like if I'm happy with it, then that's fine. So I don't think you should fault somebody, oh, the makeup isn't perfect. I'm like, I'm not a professional. Most beginners are not going to be professionals, so it's like, it doesn't need to be perfect. Like, if there's a goal, aim for your goal of how you want your makeup to look. Like, I'm always still seeking eyebrow products. Even though I've learned how to do my eyebrows one, they're not always, they're sisters, not twins. They're not always perfect, they're not always the way I want them to look, whatever, but I'm always looking for a product that I can get, one, be fast about it, and also longevity, whatever. But like I try different products. Like this is rather quick. I don't have to do much. Put it on, say in the morning, after I wash my face, tone my face, let the toner dry a little bit. Then I put it on, and then I moisturize the rest of my face while it's setting. Excuse me. And I make sunscreen, everything else. Sunscreen my face. And yes, I should be sunscreening my eyebrows as well, but if I'm, I said, got someplace to be, then. Because you know what? When I do them, I've actually never, I don't usually have sunscreen on my face beforehand. I'm trying to think, did I today? I did today, because I did put sunscreen on my eyebrows. So, yeah, they turned out pretty well, despite that. Because I was like thinking maybe that would help them not hold on. But here we are. Okay, let's go in with, we're using Primadonna by Danessa today for blush. Am I going to use this? Now, I be watching Mena, and she be bouncing in here, and she gets it perfect on there. I never do. And it's been a while. See, mine always does that. So I'm like, I don't know what she's doing to get it perfectly even, because mine never does. And all it does is make it so I have to clean the freaking container more. Yeah. So I'm gonna bounce on my hand. But that is a nice application, but again, it's not perfect because missing in the middle. Because I don't know if you can see that shirt behind there, but that's peachy, which is the point of the eyes, was to be peachy, and I'm still seeing, yeah. So I like to go up to the temples. And then, so we're done with that. In fact, I've never hit pan on that. It looks like I should be soon, but. And then we have Rose and Brunch. Just, oop. Still 2 fingers. Yes, as I was bringing it closer. Cowboys, I'm gonna leave this here. I'm thinking I'm gonna use that for Lippy as well. The Cowboys play tomorrow. I need to look to see if it's playing on every TV or what stations. Because if the Cardinals are playing, most likely finding a bar that's playing it, it's gonna be hard as well. I'm trying to get this off my hand now. Versus later. Okay, and then I was like, why did I move my concealer brush? Because what I've been doing now is kind of going back in with my concealer brush for the edges. So that looks a little bit better, less harsh transition. And I did, I used that yesterday. What I do is because I like that brush, I need to get another one. My paper towel, tissue, and just kind of, and it lifts up the product off of it. So that's why I use it again. Okay, let's set under eye. I already accepted I'm not going to be on time for this because I got a new shower curtain before I left town. I think it was while I was buying the travel size products or whatever. Actually did that like a few days in a row, so different stores. So doing that, I ended up buying a shower curtain as well to go with my new my bathroom, since the bathtub is refurbished or replastered, whatever you want to call it. So I was like, okay, I want one without, the shower curtains eventually get soap scum on them, and so I could have easily just bought the shower curtain, but I found a set. So it's the shower curtain, the one that gets wet, and then the cloth one that goes on the outside. And so, yes, I could have just kept the cloth one I had, but it's set. So, um, and sometimes you just buy just the shower curtain, the one that's gonna get wet. It's like, they'd be kind of cheap. So, but yeah, it was a set. So I got the set. Had the little rings as well. So for some reason today, after I ate, after I was steaming my pants, because I don't steam a lot of stuff often, so I steamed other khaki stuff too. And I decided, let me put together the shower curtain right now, which basically means lining up the holes of the when it gets wet in the cloth one, put the rings in, and then I realized, oh, I gotta open the rings again to put it over the pole. So yeah, I decided to do all that knowing I needed to take a shower so I could get ready to go this one. So yeah, I won't be getting there on time. It's from 4 to 6. And they're kind of like, sure, whatever. I mean, they're going to have stuff going on there. I don't know what's going on there. Supposedly food or hurry as well. Well, I'm going to support. So that's why I'm going. It's not really, I'm going to leave this in my hand for now. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the usual suspects. Y'all know, usual suspects. So that's why I kind of like to leave the powder on there, because I'm going to pat this off of my hand anyway. And so it's like, it's not going to be much of a difference. Because last night wasn't the perfect time to wear a wig. I probably would have went with my head like this last night too. But the wig did look nice, even though, again, this freaking shedding. This head was probably my fault and probably not. And I did look up other wigs like that. I think it's 30, 35, but there's one that has brown, not knots, but the top is brown and then pink, but like light pink. I was thinking for October, which is Breast Awareness Month, I don't know the proper term, to wear pink hair that month. So I'm looking for a wig that is pink. That's not like bright pink or anything, but just has like pink accents, but like soft pink. Because I know I have a wig that has, it's not even pink, it's kind of more burnt sienna or Neo. Y'all, my blush Neo that I like with Saharan blush palette too. It's more that shade than Breast Awareness, October Breast Awareness color, month color. So it's a cross between like the soft pink, oh, even kind of like that, but softer. So it's between like Primadonna and this. If y'all hear kids, the kids are active today. I'm like, I don't know why. I'm gonna put that over there. I'm like, y'all don't run at school? But yeah, they've been running up and down the hallway. And even from upstairs, the kids I know that lives upstairs. I'm like, because there's one little girl down the hall. There's two of them, her and her brother. But she likes to scream. And I'm almost like, I've seen this girl up close. I've seen her reaction or whatever. And I'm like, I know sometimes when you're in a store and you see kids you think are acting up, but they're not acting up. They're actually are special needs or have autism and stuff like that. And so, okay, that's fine. I'm not saying she couldn't possibly have something or whatever, which is totally fine. But this little girl, the way she screams, I'm like, okay. And the thing she screams was random. And the things I know, also little kids scream. She's not that little to be screaming. She's like 7. I want to say 7. So, but the other day she was coming home from school and screaming bloody murder as she ran from the car to the apartment, and then her and her brother acted a fool trying to get into their apartment. But her mother walks slowly along, doesn't say anything. I just know I'm from a generation where your parents disciplined you, maybe yelling at you or telling you shut the, but can you talk to your child? But anyway, they were running up and down. Kids from upstairs run up and down. Occasionally you hear a ball. We don't have a playground here for these kids. We have a dog park. We don't have a playground for these kids. But there's a little area behind the dog park, between the pool and the dog park. Kids can play there. I think I may have even seen some there. I'm like, go play up there. Maybe in the way where her apartment is for these kids, the parents would be able to see them right there. Because I know parents these days, they don't let their kids go anywhere out of sight. Well, of course, when I'm growing up, 80s, yeah, kids got kidnapped, but we were in the streets. Like, we'd run off to whatever our friend's house or doing God knows what. Unsupervised. So, but parents don't do that anymore. So I'm like, okay, I understand. But plowing up and down the hallway, get echoes. So when she screams, echoes. The running wasn't so bad, but when she decides to randomly scream, it's like, okay. And I'm like, y'all don't have PE? Can y'all get that energy out during the week? And I mean, luckily it just stopped, but it went on for like at least an hour. And so I just heard right now. Again, I've gotten to the point where I lived here long enough, and the kids, they're always on the other side of the hall. I'm like, whenever, it doesn't bother me like it used to. I don't know if I've done these videos since then, but the kids used to. I hear it, but I'm just like, okay. So it doesn't bother me like I used to. I'm like, why do I have this one? And I didn't even use this side. So I'm like, what's going on? I could get up and get a different blush, powder blush. Instead, I'm just going to use the Danessa one that I have right here. Because, I like my Juvia's Place. But I'm going to use, what did I put for blush? Yeah, I just put the Primadonna and the Brunch. Because they self-set, so you don't have to put anything on there. But I'm like, okay, so we're going to go with Adorn. And so I just take it out. I'm not wearing a shirt. So I don't even know if anything's on there. Okay. Yeah, something. I see something. Y'all see something? Because I see something. And it's kind of light. Because the thing is, once I spray everything, getting that sun and everything, again, blush is the first thing to go. Which is why if I wanted to be more intense with the other blushes, when I put the flush to the Danessa flushed on my face, I could have. But even with those, they're not supposed to fade or the very potent, what have you. Yeah, blush fades. Okay, so I got a reason for using that because I was like, I used it yesterday. That's why I had to sit here. And I'm like, I was gonna use the cream side. I'm like, to use for those products, and as you see, I did not do that. Okay, so everything else is. Let me set the bottom of my face or the rest of my face. And so I kind of do that because it also gets some of the setting powder. So I know sometimes I look pale. But that setting powder, not setting powder, setting spray adds color. Because I know when I'm looking, I'm like, in person, I'm like, I look pale. I'm seeing setting powder. So my goal is kind of a soft look. Cause it's just an open house kind of thing. They'll like dress however you want, come as you are, whatever. And so I'm not wearing a dress because I'm like, it's gonna be 2 hours. Me getting there now is not gonna be 2 hours. So yeah, I don't need to do all that. I want to be comfortable. So me just steaming was enough. We're using Danessa again, which I used yesterday. So this is our second bout with it, which it set. It was so beautiful. It really was. Oh, let me do my under eye. I'm looking at something. I'm like, why is this still open? I'm just going to go on a brush, the powder of the... And there's a mirror on this, but... Okay, we're going to try that, because usually I can't see, so that's why I don't use it. We're just using the powder version of Adorn. Is that doing anything? Then I'm trying to also kind of, I know I see that sharp line. It's like, you see how much is on there, but I'm like, you see anything? It's my eyesight. It's not really the mirror, so I don't be like, oh, it's that fault. It's eyesight. Oh, I realized I should have been using. What brush did I use that? Yeah, we're not using that brush. Desire is what I should have been using to connect to the top. Go in there with Desire right there, because y'all see that patchiness right there? I'm not redoing my eyes, that's why I'm just like, okay. So that's, yeah, it's annoying me. If my one friend hadn't been sick, who kind of lives near this bar I go to, he knows the bar as well, I probably would have gotten a drink after the thing last night. I was thinking about that just now. Because, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, my makeup looks good. I can go to a bar, but sometimes you kind of... I don't want to say she's precocious, but I don't know what's up with that child. Now what I'm looking for. Do I want to get up and do that? Okay, I was going to spray. Let's spray. I know how this goes, so I'm going to... And as the video I did yesterday, you can use a fan, or you can just give it like 2-3 minutes and it settles, and then yeah, it settles, and then you push it in. I don't know why my lips are chapped as hell. For some reason they are. I put on, like, I got out of the shower and I put on lip balm song. The gloss will help with that. This is how I use Rose and Brunch because it's not a color I would normally use. So I always use it with something else. And you can use the Blooming Romance palette for eyes, lip, face. It's kind of drying on the lips, so when you use the clay product, I need to sharpen my pencil, so if you saw me kind of make a face, it's because the part that kind of... Part of it is scratching my lip, so that's why I was like turning it so I can get to the part that wasn't scratching my lips. So it should be kind of good now. So I'm not gonna use the side because I used that before. So just kind of push it in. One final. And kind of brings it all together. That's what I like about it. And nothing comes off in that case. Hold. Let's see. And I know she has her new shadow sticks, but I'm like, I still have these. I don't. What shade is that gonna look like? That's the one I'm looking for. Yeah. What shade is that? Dance. So when I watch this video later, this in the corner is Dance. Yeah. Yep, just a little bit. Maybe get distracted by that instead of the other part of my eyeshadow. And I know I was thinking about this earlier, so I don't know why I didn't just pull it out versus me doing all that. Ironically, the thing that fell was a sharpener. Put the earrings on and then the gloss. I'm trying to see. Matches looking chest. Because I don't match my neck because my neck is darker. So that's why I was like, okay. These are my Juicy Couture's that my mother gave me like several like decades ago. They're not worth anything, so I don't, be like, oh, let me steal something from you. Because I think I went on some looking them up to see what they were called. They cost like $16. So yeah, like don't bother trying to. A lot of stuff I get is like my CZs that I wear. The CZs I paid $10 for them at Nordstrom Rack. So I'm like, I'm not gonna say, oh, nice I would like diamonds, but give me a nice pair of CZs. Yeah. Okay, because this looks very, actually it doesn't look bad, but I need gloss. It does look a little dry. I could go all over, but I'm not going to. So I'm gonna take this with me because I am taking that purse. Because I haven't worn it in a while, so I'm gonna take that with me. Normally what I do is like, I will put on like the Fenty lipstick, what have you, of gloss. And then when I leave, what I take with me to leave is Makeup Revolution, which is now just Revolution, which costs like $6 or $9. And I take that to if I need to re-up instead of taking the big old whatever. All right, let me go. Okay, so what happened was the pants to me were making me look wide or big and with the shirt. So decided on this dress. I haven't worn it in a while, so, and it has kind of the pink that I still. So we're wearing this instead. So with that, I am off. I changed a few times, so but here we go. If my jeans weren't dirty, I would have worn my jeans. I have black jeans. Where are my black jeans? Hold on. Okay, so I'll put the black jeans on, put the shirt back on. Yeah. Yeah. I want to be comfortable, and again, I'm not going to be there that long because it ends at 6 and it's after 4:30. It supposedly takes 12 minutes to get there. Okay, they say that, but one particular part of 7th Ave, gets slow for some reason. So yeah, I'm wearing the black jeans, just getting steaming all those pants, and then putting that dress on, and take off the shorts because the khakis, or the linen pants, to see through. So I have these shorts I'm particularly going to wear under them every time I wear them. If I'm not wearing a bodysuit, which means I'd have to use the bathroom before I left the house to wear the bodysuits. So yeah, it's all that. Black jeans, shirt, the handbag, and the sandals. I am off to go support this open house. Okay, have a good day.